Hey guys, I'm back. If you're new to my channel, on my channel I discuss my journey from associate's degree, retaining my associate's degree in nursing, and I will continue up until I receive my DMP in nursing. I speak about my experiences, my journey through these programs. I upload my study habits, share my study habits, answer any questions that you may have, because I know how it is to start something new and want to research reviews about programs out here to ensure that you are making the right decision. So my last video, I spoke about the overview of Capella, which is the program, BSN program. I just graduated. So now I will speak about my experience. So I completed the Flex Path, 12 weeks. You don't have to get done in 12 weeks. The terms are 12 weeks, and the cost is $32.50 per term. And you can take as many classes as you can in that 12-week term, and for that one flat fee of $32.50. So my goal was to get done in 12 weeks. I had to take 8 core credits because all of my other classes transferred. So I wanted to get done in 12 weeks. I only wanted to pay one flat fee. It may take people a little longer, maybe 2 terms, 3 terms or whatnot, but you can complete this program within 4 or 5 weeks. A young lady who I met here on YouTube, she actually completed the program about between 4 and 5 weeks, and it's possible. I have a child, a significant other, a 22-year-old, my little baby Aiden. You guys know he'll be 2 next month. I'm still nursing, so I had a lot going on with this program, with trying to complete this program. So but still, in all that I had to deal with, I was able to complete the program in 8 weeks. So I got done prior to 12, which was my original goal. Once I got in the program and I seen the young lady get done with the program so fast, it gave me hope, and I decided I could complete a class in 1 class per week. So it was 8 classes. So I said my goal would be to complete it in 8 weeks. And so I did. And the way that you do that is you will look at your syllabus and your scoring tool, and that's what I go off, the scoring tool. A lot of people will tell you to just follow the rubric or whatnot, but the rubric has additional advice and things of that nature on there, so you can end up doing more than you need to do, or the assignment can seem more congested than it really is. So I would go off the scoring tool, and I will show you guys what that entails in a moment. So you see what they want you to be able to understand and show your proficiency in. And so you do all your research. I would do all my research, get my references, start my reference page, and like whatever question that they have, I would title the section with that question, and I would do my research, and then I would copy and paste the URL under it. So when I was ready to write my paper, I can just click on that and go back to that resource. So I would, and then once I get my resource that I'm going to use, I would go ahead and just start my reference page, putting that in order. So that'll be one last thing I'll have to do once I write the paper. So you do your research, say at night or during the day, and then vice versa, night, day. That's when you write your paper. So in order to get done in 4 to 5 weeks, you need to be writing a paper every day. That's how you get done, and it's possible. So I received a 30% discount, and they're offering 30% discounts to nurses. So I think I had 3 payments of around $770, a total of a little over $2,000 with the discount. And like I said, I had the 8 core classes, and I wrote some, you guys know I usually freestyle, but being that I waited till I got done with the program to do these videos, I had to write some stuff down so I didn't leave anything out. And you guys know this is going to be a much longer video than the last video because I'm actually going in depth about my experience with the program. So I had to do the 8 core classes, and I'll go over what those classes was in a second. My first class was my most challenging class because you got to get a feel. You know how you start a class and you got to get a feel of the teacher and how she tests and how she grades. And it's basically the same thing when you're doing online. So I was like kind of overwhelmed a little bit with the first one. I'm like, I haven't written a paper in so long. Like, I was like, just or whatever, but I got through it. And this this class is where I received my lowest scores also. And my lowest scores throughout the program was a B+. Now I'm mad at myself once I got to the end of the program and calculated my GPA. I'm mad I didn't. I got, throughout the program, I received 3 B+ and the rest 100%. And I only had to resubmit an assignment, assessment in my first course one time, and then in my 5th course one time, and then in the capstone, the 8th course, one paper I got non-performance on 2 sections. I really misunderstood what she was asking, but once she broke it down to me and asked me certain specific questions, I understood, and then I was able to resubmit, and I was able to receive a 100%, in which I got all 100% on all 5 of those assignments in the capstone. So, like I said, the first assessment was 3. The first course was 3 assessments, 3 assignments, and you had an example paper. I think the first 3 classes you got an example, or 3 of the 8 classes you got an example paper. And then you're going to go through it, and you're not going to get any more example papers, and you're just going to have to show that you understand it in order to get a proficiency. So that's that. Additional to these assessments are activities. The activities are optional. They're not graded, but they are to help you with your assignment, understand your assignment a little bit more. Let's talk about the last class, the capstone. So, like I said, the capstone, the first class is 3 assessments, 3 assignments. The 2nd to 7th class is 4 assignments, 4 assessments. And the 8th and final class is your capstone, and that is 5 assessments. And like I said, it's basically 3 assignments, a video, non-script. When I say non-script, most of the time when you do a presentation, a video presentation, PowerPoint, whatever, you have to also submit a your script notes or whatnot. So on this one, you don't have to do a script. You don't have to submit that. And then the fifth assignment is the e-portfolio, and that's when you pick 8 papers and you answer 4 questions. You group 2 papers together and you answer 4 questions, basically 4 sections. It may be more than 1 question, and you basically talk about how those assessments help better you as a student and a nurse. And you also upload your resume to this e-portfolio also. And the purpose of this e-portfolio, other than it being assignments, is for you to take with you on job interviews and show that these PowerPoints and these papers, they are actually, I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed Capella. I really enjoyed the assignments. I enjoyed being able to effectively research evidence-based articles and journals or whatnot. I'm not a pro, but I feel close to it. I enjoyed how to just speak what I've learned and educate others through the PowerPoints and other presentations. And these assignments you could really use on the job. Like I could take, if I was like in management or something on my job, I could actually take these assignments, these PowerPoints or whatnot, and really educate the staff. I can have in-services, because you have to do in-services also. Those are part of the assignments. I can have use them for in-services, just whatever, just educational tools. And I really appreciate everything that I learned from Capella. And it really prepares you for the future, and it gets you excited for and makes you feel more professional, and it makes you want to, like, when you do these assignments, you get an understanding of how important the role of a nurse is. It's more than passing medication. It's more than advocating for your patient. It's more than just supervising your unit. It's a lot more. You can do more as an RN than what you basically normally see on the job site. And you get a better insight on the role of a nurse, and it makes you want to carry yourself different. It makes you want to speak different. It makes you feel like, it lets you know that you are a professional, and it makes you feel like one. And I feel like it prepares you for your master's. I wouldn't have it any other way other than Capella. I'm glad I went this route and chose a route, even though I hadn't wrote a paper since community college years ago. I was a little skeptical, but I was ready for it, because I know once you get into these upper level programs, like the MSN and whatnot, DMP, that it's going to be basically research. So Capella really prepares you. So if you're planning on going for your MSN or your DPN, DMP, then Capella is the route for you. Don't be scared of writing papers, because you'll get used to it. You'll get in the rhythm, and you'll be happy that you went that route. Let me see. The end of course surveys, they do expire. This is when I was speaking about you have to do an end of course survey, and you answer questions, complete a survey about your instructor, your coach, and the activities that you completed, were they helpful? I'm going to speak about the instructors now. The instructors were very helpful, some a little bit more. The instructors have, and I believe the coach also have, 48 hours before they have to evaluate your assignments. 48 hours in which they have to respond to your emails. That's one thing I did not like, because this is a fast-paced program, and if I have a question today, I'm gonna have it figured out in 2 days. So it's like, that's crazy to me. I did not like that at all. As far as grading the assignments in 2 days, some of the instructors would, if you submit 2 assignments, if you have 2 assignments submitted, some would just like grade one and wait the 48 hours before they grade the other. Some would, if they'll see both of them, so they'll just grade both of them. Some will just not wait 48 hours and just go ahead and assign it. Like if I submitted it tonight, it'll be graded tomorrow. So I appreciated those instructors. Some really would, when they email you or send you feedback, they'll, ask how you're doing and really try to connect with you as far as what's going on with you with COVID or whatnot, and show concern or whatnot. So that's that about the assessments in the 48 hours. My coach, I think she was pretty busy this term, and dealing with the COVID or something, because I rarely got an answer from her. And like I said, about the time I got an answer, I already had it figured out. So the coach wasn't that helpful for me, unfortunately. And I did set up a appointment with one of the writing coaches, but I had scheduled it for like 3 a.m. because I would be at work, and I could have, had some free time to go over some things with her, but they never signed into the appointment, so I didn't get to utilize that or whatever. But it was okay, because you guys know me, I'll figure it out. So everything that I had questions on, I basically figured it out, so it wasn't a big deal. And like I said, those end of the course surveys, they expire, so you have to answer them, especially if you have a good teacher that you really like. Don't wait, because I didn't know they expire, and I was like, I'll go back, and when I went back, it expired, and I felt kind of bad because I really liked it, the teacher. Let's see. And like I said about the attempts, you have 3 attempts before you submit your final submission for final grade. And I had to submit 3 of my assignments out of the 30 something assignments. The papers, I enjoyed those 1 to 2 papers, but once you get in a writing mode, sometimes you write more than you need, than the assessment requires. That's not a bad thing, but you just be like, man, I didn't even have to write all this, I could have been done, blah blah blah. The papers, they're not a big deal. Like I said, they're double spaced. The APA, they give you links to research and YouTube videos or whatever you need to be able to successfully be able to write an APA style paper. And they also provide a template, and I just use the template, and it's pretty easy anyway. You get a title, you have to write a title page, with your name and the assignment and all that, and a reference page. And like I said, they give you a lot of tools, and the only tools that I was successful at using, like I said, is speaking with my instructors. And I do suggest Grammarly.com to edit your papers and proofread and whatnot. It's very helpful. So, let me see. So, after the capstone, so your graduation date is the last day of the month in which you complete all your assignments, your capstone, and apply for graduation. So I got done in July, so my graduation date is July 31st. It's a 25-day processing period, so I would expect to receive my BSN degree in the mail in 25 days. And the same as far as your transcripts, to be able to send them to your next school with your graduation date on there. They are going to have a virtual graduation in which they will state your name. Excelsior did I watched Excelsior video. I'm glad I didn't put my cap on and sit down through the graduation ceremony, because they did not mention any students' names other than those who receive awards. I wanted to talk about something else, and I don't know if I wrote it down. Graduation, so you, after your last class, I wanted to talk about, that's on this page, that's why I missed it. The assignments, some seem difficult when you don't clearly understand what the scoring tool was asking you. A lot of times what I would do is type the whole question in Google, and then things will pop up, and you can get a better understanding of what they're asking you on the scoring tool. For the most part, all the assignments were not difficult. The challenge was understanding what they were asking you. Once you understood, it was pretty easy, the assignments, in my opinion. Like I said, I got 3 or 4 B pluses, and all the rest 100%. So when you register for your classes, so you can be registered for 2 classes at a time. You don't have to work on both classes. You can work on one, complete that, and then start another one, and start the second one and register for the third one. I always wanted to have 2 being that I could be registered for 2 classes. I wanted to always be registered for 2 classes in case something was wrong with went wrong with the their system or something, and you couldn't register for a class or whatnot. I didn't want nothing hold me back, so I was always registered for 2 classes, even though I would only work on one at a time. And soon as I would complete one and start the second one, I would register for the third one. Eyes itching out here. I don't even have allergies. But anyways, holidays. So as I told you guys, I was pushing myself so hard to get done with this program. I wanted to get done. I wanted to spend time with my son. I was tired of pushing my son away or whatnot. I was tired of him coming to nurse while I was trying to write a paper and all types of things. Oh, I'll talk about that. I don't have my pencil. But I just wanted to get done. So I was waking up doing homework, going to sleep doing homework, just breathing homework. I did not take breaks or whatever. So God made me take a break. So my 8th week was 4th of July weekend. So the teachers took 5 days off from grading. So I was like, I had a couple assignments left, and I was like, I need to get this done before the 4th because I want to enjoy the fireworks and stuff with my son. I want to take him outside, blah, blah, blah. I need to get done. But God, like, no, you need to take a break. So then that's when I got the email saying they weren't grading any papers until the following Tuesday after the holiday. So that's when I went, and I just went on and just took my time finishing up the capstone instead of trying to rush it before that Saturday or whatnot. So then she had to grade my assignments. I had done all 5 assignments, so I had to wait for her to grade all my assignments. So she basically, was that 8 weeks, or did that end up being 9 weeks because I had to wait for her to grade the assignments or whatnot? But so be prepared for that, for holidays. Oh, I thought I heard my son crying. He's in there with my big son. But anyway, so be prepared for that. Holidays, they take some time off, and your papers are not going to get assessed. So that's that. Oh, so this is what I want to tell you. How to write a paper without typing. I did not type any papers. Had I had to type papers, because I'm not a fast typer, I'm just like a beginner average typer. I know how to type without looking at the keyboard or whatever, but I'm not, I don't type fast. Had I had to type my papers, I probably wouldn't have been done in 8 weeks. How I came up with this plan to not write papers is because every time I try to write, my son would come and try to take the pencil out my hand. So it was a challenge. So I have Word on my phone. So I would open up a blank Word document. First I would handwrite my papers. And then after I handwrite my papers, I would talk it into my phone on my Word document. And then once I spoke the whole paper and on a Word document, I would copy it and paste and email it to myself. Paste it in a body part and email it to myself. Then once I received the email, I would copy and paste it to Word document. And I would either take it to Grammarly to edit it, or I would just edit it myself. And that's how I wrote my papers. It wasn't no typing. And you guys don't have to type. Write your paper down, or you can just write your paper talking in your phone. You don't even have to write it down on a paper, but I had to write it down because I think and write, and it's sometimes kind of slow. So just talking it into the phone wouldn't have been helpful for me. So I just wrote the paper with my pen, my pencil on my notebook, and then I spoke it into my phone on a Word document, copied and pasted, sent it to my email, and was able to open it up on my laptop in a Word document and edit it there. Did my edit, and that's how I wrote my papers, guys. So you never have to write a paper, ever. You never have to type a paper, ever. So that was that. So it's getting a little dark out here, so hopefully you guys will be able to see my computer screen. You should, because it's lit. Not lit like, I mean, I do got a lit laptop, but I'm seeing because of the lighting on it. So I am going to, oh, I can't, can I change the, nope. Okay, so I have to turn it like this. And get it at an angle so you guys can see it. This is the Dell Hey, Dale. XPS. So here's Capella's website, homepage, campus. And campus is where you would have all of your whatever you're registered for will be in this center. They said the first class stay on here for whatever reason, but it will disappear later. But so the 2 classes you're enrolled in, registered for, would be in this area. And then your previous courses would be in this area. I hope you guys can see. I thought I could bring it closer. So this was my first class, Developing Healthcare Admission Perspective. So you click there. Internet is slow because I need a new box, Wi-Fi box. Let's see if I'm even connected to the internet. Yes. Maybe I need to sign back in or something. I don't know. Let's see. Come on, my people don't want a long video, and they know I don't edit. In the future, I'll try to figure out how I can edit. Well, while we're waiting, you guys know Sam's Club have a recall on sanitizer by Blumen, B-L-U-M-E-N, because they have methanol or something in it that's supposed to be poison. Let's see. I wonder why this popped up. Yeah. Sam's Club's hand sanitizer recall due to toxic methanol. So it doesn't have it listed in there, but they the Food and Drug Administration, due to the presence of methanol or wood alcohol, which can be toxic when absorbed through skin or ingested, and it's supposed to be deadly. So, but what's up with Capella? Let me see. So one of the young ladies on YouTube, she suggested doing things in a certain order, and I followed her advice, and I seem to get through the courses with no problem. Let me just close it all out and open everything back up. Capella login. So I did 4,000 first, and then I went to 430, which was her suggestion, and then I jumped back to the second course, which was 410. And then instead of doing 450 then 460, I followed her advice and I did 460 first, and then I did 450. Dang, what's her name? I think of her name who gave that advice. So let's go in here, see if it just opens up or not. Come on. I'm trying to give my people an in-depth outlook on the program. Maybe I'll have to do it in another video because this is already a 30-minute video. So yeah, guys, I'll get this figured out, and I'll do it in another video. It may be tomorrow, guys. I was on the ball. Oh, let me give you some advice. If you are starting the program, before I started it, I was asking some of the ladies who had YouTube videos up for some advice to prepare for the program, because I like to be kind of prepared or get a head start. And they all were like, oh, just follow the rubric, but no, that wasn't, no. And then I don't say follow the rubric, I say follow the scoring tool. That is how they grade your paper, off the scoring tool. So therefore follow the scoring tool. So other advice I would give is to start Googling some things and familiarizing yourself with some things. You're waiting for your start date, Google, YouTube, APA style references, how to do a APA style reference page. Get familiar with that, because you're going to need that for all your assignments. So you might as well get familiar with that. Get that down packed before you start. Google annotated bibliography. You're going to have a few papers, I think like 3 of them, and one of them is like extremely long. So YouTube that. It's an older guy, I forget his name, but he really breaks it down real good on YouTube. So get familiar with what that entails. Third advice I would give is Google how to research evidence-based peer review resources, articles, journals, etc. Because those are the only type of paper resources you can use. Other than if you Google something, it has to end in .gov, which is government websites, or .edu. If it doesn't end in those with those edu, .org, or it's not peer reviewed, you're not going to be able to use it as a reference. So get used to those 3 things. So those my advice. APA style references, how to do a reference sheet, APA style, annotated bibliography, learn how to do that and what that entails, and how to research evidence-based peer review articles, journals, resources. If you do those 3 things and you follow the scoring tool, you will be so good. You don't have to thank me now, but thank me later after you take this advice to prepare for start date with Cabela. You'll be so happy that you did this, because it's going to help you a whole lot. And you can go ahead and research, if you haven't written a paper in a long time, you can go ahead and research that. Usually it's an introduction, basically what you're going to talk about, paragraph, and then there's usually 3 body paragraphs, breaking down with the paper, the discussion of the paper, and what you put in the introduction, saying what you were going to talk about. It could be more than 3, depending on how many pages you have to write. And then your last paragraph will be the conclusion. Your body paragraph could be 3, 5, 6 paragraphs. So it depends on how many papers you have to write. So that is my advice. And I wish the girls would have told me that when I was asking, like, what can I do to get ready? What can I do to prepare? You can't follow the rubric because you don't have the rubric yet. So these things will help you get ready to start date. So that's that. So my computer is up and running. But I'm going to end this video because it's already 40 minutes and I don't want it to be an hour-long video. So that was my experience, part 1. So I'll do part 2 experience once I end this, and then my next video is going to be going over my transcripts and grades, and then my last video, I would talk about why I chose Purdue Global for my master's program. So thanks for watching. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so that I can do live videos, things such as questions and answers or whatnot. You just do a lot more with YouTube when you have 1,000 or more subscribers. So please subscribe, like, dislike, leave a comment. Once again, I do these videos for you guys, but I do it for me also. And you guys liking, disliking, leaving comments, subscribing motivates me to get on here, upload videos, share my experience, and makes me work hard at what I'm supposed to be doing so I can get on here and share my experience with you guys. And I ain't gonna blame it on y'all, but I was checking to see if anybody was going to be on here like, hey Angela, any update on how the program is going? And when I didn't see anybody like inquiring about how it was going, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I guess I don't have to take no time to do a video. I can just wait until I'm done with the program or whatever. So I ain't gonna blame it all on y'all, but y'all wasn't motivating me. So anywho, so that's that. I'll do a part 2, my experience, in just a second. All right, thank you. Oh, I have to wait until the video upload. So